William Holman Hunt, 1827 to 1910, was a prominent member of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood and one of the most significant painters of the Victorian era. His art not only epitomizes many of the characteristics of the Pre-Raphaelite movement, but also emphasizes his distinct style and thematic interests. There are several characteristics of Hunt's art that were characteristic of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. These include attention to detail. As with his Pre-Raphaelite contemporaries, Hunt was known for his meticulous attention to detail. He meticulously rendered every aspect of his compositions, from the texture of fabrics to the intricacies of natural settings. Another characteristic was his careful inclusion of vivid colors. Hunt employed rich and vibrant colors in his paintings, which was a significant characteristic of Pre-Raphaelite art. His use of color was often symbolic, adding depth and meaning to his works. Symbolism and allegory were additional characteristics. Many of Hunt's paintings contain symbolic elements and allegorical themes, drawing on literature, mythology, and religious sources. He often imbued his works with moral and spiritual significance, encouraging viewers to contemplate deeper, and frequently religious, meanings. Other characteristics involved nature and realism. Hunt shared the Pre-Raphaelites' interest in depicting nature with accuracy and realism. He frequently painted en plein air to capture the effects of light and atmosphere, resulting in highly detailed and immersive landscapes. There were also several elements of Hunt's art that were unique to him. His art is characterized by a profound exploration of religious, exotic, and Oriental themes, which were central to his artistic vision and deeply influenced by his personal experiences and beliefs. These include religious themes. Hunt was deeply interested in religious subjects, and his paintings often explore themes of faith, devotion, and redemption. He believed in the power of art to convey spiritual truths, and used religious imagery to convey moral and ethical messages. Hunt's religious paintings are among his most iconic works and demonstrate his devout Christian faith. He believed in the power of art to convey spiritual truths, and sought to create visually striking representations of biblical accounts and Christian themes. One of Hunt's most famous religious paintings is The Light of the World, 1853 to 1854, which depicts Christ as the Savior holding a lantern and knocking on a door, representing the passage from Revelation 3 verse 20, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice, and open the door, I will come into him, and will sup with him, and he with me." The painting is imbued with symbolism, with the lantern representing divine guidance, and the closed door symbolizing the human heart, closed to Christ's message and fellowship. Another notable religious work by Hunt is The Scapegoat, 1854 to 1856, which portrays a lone goat wandering in the wilderness, symbolizing the biblical concept of atonement and the scapegoat ritual described in Leviticus 16. Hunt's meticulous attention to detail and his use of rich symbolism convey the solemnity and gravity of the subject matter. Other unique themes are exoticism and Orientalism. Hunt was fascinated by exotic cultures and often incorporated elements of Orientalism into his paintings. He traveled extensively throughout the Middle East and North Africa, incorporating elements of these cultures in his paintings, and from where he likewise drew inspiration for his depictions of biblical scenes set in exotic locales. One of Hunt's most famous Orientalist paintings is The Finding of the Savior in the Temple, 1854 to 1860, which depicts the young Jesus in the midst of a bustling marketplace in Jerusalem. The painting is notable for its detailed depiction of the architecture, costumes, and daily life of the Middle East, which Hunt meticulously researched during his travels in the region. Hunt's interest in Orientalism is also evident in his later works, such as The Shadow of Death, 1870 to 1873, which portrays Jesus as a young carpenter working in his workshop in Nazareth. The painting incorporates elements of Middle Eastern architecture and cultural symbolism, reflecting Hunt's fascination with the historical and cultural context of biblical narratives. Hunt also illustrated social commentary in his paintings, in addition to religious and historical subjects. These involved contemporary social issues. For example, his painting, The Awakening Conscience, 1853, depicts a young woman rising from her lover's lap in a moment of moral awakening, highlighting the plight of women trapped in oppressive relationships. Hunt's technique and composition demonstrated his immense skill at composition and narrative storytelling. He carefully orchestrated every element of his paintings to create visually compelling and emotionally resonant scenes. His works often feature dynamic compositions and dramatic lighting effects, drawing viewers into the narrative. Overall, William Holman Hunt's art exemplifies the ideals of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, while also reflecting his own unique vision and thematic interests. His religious, exotic, and Oriental themes reflect his deep spiritual convictions, his fascination with foreign cultures, and his belief in the universal significance of biblical accounts. Through his art, he sought to convey timeless truths and to inspire contemplation and reflection on the nature of faith, redemption, and the human condition. His paintings continue to captivate audiences with their beauty, complexity, and profound symbolism.